Hello and welcome back to Memory at Lightning Speed with a permanent memory sphere and power recall. Memory Course 3, Episode 6, Kill Your Negative Self-Talk and Ends, Part 2, the Abra Technique. Next time you find a negative thought goes into your mind during the course of this quest, I want you to do the Abra Technique. Remember, first thing, A stands for what? You acknowledge it. The Abra Technique, A, acknowledge. The B stands for what? You breathe into it. You breathe in possibility and potential. The Abra Technique, A, acknowledge, B, breathe in. And then the R stands for you release that negative thought with your breath. The Abra Technique, A, acknowledge, B, breathe in, R, release. And finally, A is realign. You align back to your true nature, your true genius of your power brain. The Abra Technique, A, acknowledge, B, breathe in, R, release, A, align. As a result, what you find using this Abra Technique is that your powerful brain will improve just like magic. The other part, we talked about your internal environment, your internal thoughts. The other part we talked about when we talked about the 10 keys for unlocking your power brain is the external environment, and that part of our external environment involves people around us. We talked about number 5, that was a positive peer group, right? Because who you spend time with is who you become. Who you spend time with is who you become. Therefore, with this lesson, I just want to remind you that you can choose your peer group. Choose a positive peer group. So often, as you can imagine, it's the people that love us the most that are the ones sometimes that hold us back unconsciously. They ask questions that make you doubt yourself. They ask, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this quest? Why are you going to this event? Why are you doing this program? They're well-intentioned sometimes, or even most of the time. It's just maybe they're afraid of change, or maybe they're afraid of losing you when you change like that. Also as well, uncertainty. Therefore, what I would say when it comes to your positive peer group is be very mindful of who you spend time with. But you can choose whether you're not be influenced by them, right? Because who you spend time with is who you become. Out of that reason, you want to be around people that encourage you, that challenge you, that are not nice to you, but they are kind to you, because that's the difference, right? You could placate somebody and just be nice to them, but somebody who loves you and is kind to you, they tell you what you really need to hear, right? That's exactly what my job is here as your power brain coach. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what I feel you need to hear. Because that's what a good coach, a good friend will do for you with kindness, right? So what I'm going to ask you to do as homework are two things. Number one, in your internal environment with your negative self-talk, your automatic negative thoughts, I'm going to ask you to be sensitive to it. And when it comes up, remember to use the Abra technique to acknowledge that, to be able to breathe into it, to release it out, and then align with something higher for your higher good. When it comes to your external environment with the people around us, if you have some negative energy vampires out there, you just want to be sensitive to that and do the best you can to stand guard to your doors of your heart, your mind, of yourself. Because again, self-love and self-care is not selfish. Self-love and self-care are not selfish. Part of loving yourself is putting yourself in environments internally and externally where you can succeed at the highest level. Thank you so much for joining me, Powerbrain. I hope you enjoy your own magic, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Today's action steps. Use the Abra technique when negative thoughts arise. Share your results from this method in the community. Do the best you can to guard against energy vampires. Key learning points. I say this again. Guard against energy vampires. Who you spend time with is who you become. Self-love and self-care are not selfish. Thank you